And now we
Two
have to be
minutes
silent,
left.
or what?
Yeah, you're supposed to be silent now. You know the way because of the commentary and stuff.
Okay, let's push to talk.
Yep. All right, so 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go in practice for round 2 of Formula Ford. 12 drivers in attendance, 8 lap times on the board. This is a rough idea of what we can see from drivers' pace right now. So of course right now, it's going to be a championship battle right now. From coming off of the Sepang round we've had in Sepang North last week, William McCone and Lucas Wollering have been having a very good battle for the championship lead. And it was McCone that came out in front in terms of the championship standings, but let's see if he can keep this momentum going. So we are at a fictional circuit today. This is Raceroom Raceway Grand Prix. It's the Grand Prix circuit, and if you've ever played Raceroom, you've probably seen the old car servers. This is basically the old cars track, but with a few extra corners at the end of it, without like the bridge straight. Substitute for that. So yeah. So right now, Andy Darnell's the fastest man on track by quite some margin, ahead of Fotis Blue and William McCone in second and third, half a second behind him. And then Death Proof. He's a moderator on all cars, and he's clearly shown expertise in fourth place there during practice. Let's see if he can carry something into qualifying and net him a very fancy finishing position for Brother Ups. Qualifying begins now. As 15 minutes goes on the clock. Everyone is starting out of the pits to try to get their hot lap done and dusted. So of course Andy Darnell was the fastest man in practice, but let's see what people such as William McCone, the championship leader, or even Lucas Wollering, the man in second in the championship. Or do they know the track? We'll have to see, because consistency throughout all the tracks is going to win someone the championship. And despite a strong first round, they're going to have to continue that pace for the whole season, and let's see if they can pull it off in round 2. Drivers are now in the last sector of their outlap, and they will be starting their timed laps soon enough. With Satiris Moraitis being the first guy across the line, Sandy Darnell being the second, starting his outlap with Death Proof, I believe. It's going too wide across the start-finish straight. Nobody wants to yield. Death Proof pulls back. And Andy Darnell goes very deep into the braking zone, too deep perhaps into the chicane, and invalidates his lap. He's going to have to wait one more try to try set a lap time. Death Proof in the JVC seems to be he seems to be the only one with a purple lap, with a valid lap time so far. He's gone purple in first sector with a benchmark of 18 seconds, 0.756. Purple in the second sector with 56.386 seconds. And we'll see soon enough just a few of these drivers and where they'll qualify for the grid position for today's races. Of course, we've got 3 sprint races like usual. So 3 little short bursts of action spanning over half an hour. And Death Proof rounds the last corner. Let's see what kind of benchmark time he's going to be setting for the rest of the field to try and catch. He sets a 1 minute 42.1. Not the best we've seen out of Death Proof. We've seen sub 41s second lap times. William McCone sets the time 1/10 off of Death Proof, goes second fastest ahead of Ralph Bart, 2.5 tenths slower than Death Proof. And Death Proof has gone 1/10 quicker in the first sector, going further purple. He's being quick to iron out any mistakes he made in that first lap. He's getting his lap times done early. He's immediately on the pace as everyone else scrambles to get up to speed. Lucas Wallering goes P4, over a second off the leader's pace. And crucially, over a second off of William McCone's pace. This is not the best we'll see out of him yet. I highly doubt it. One-tenth quicker in Sector 2, Death Proof. If he can keep this going, he's going to be looking at maybe a sub 1 minute 42 second lap time. Orlando Zabello sets a secondary out lap, we'll call that. That wasn't very quick at all. And Fotis Isiglu is there, down in 6th place. 16 seconds off the leader. Going slower than Orlando Zabello. He'll set a second lap soon. 1 minute 42 dead. Death Proof has improved too. What's Andy Darnell going to answer to that? He's gone purple in Sector 1, personal best in Sector 2. What's he going to amount to? And Andy Darnell starts off 5th fastest, 5 tenths ahead, behind Death Proof's pace. Fotis Isiglu is half a second off in Sector 1, but personal best he's going to be easily up somewhere in the midfield. Running that second sector just fine. A little bit of traffic for Fotis though. Sorry for the hiccup there. Just had food. 8.5 minutes to go. Fotis Isiglu is about to finish his lap. For real this time. Not something 16 seconds off the pace. Let's see Fotis Isiglu's real lap time. Definitely. Definitely? Definitely. Goes 7th fastest. Ralph Bart's going pretty quick there. He's just over a tenth on the leader. Off of the leader's pace. Thierry Courtois in it for second place, ahead of Sotiris Margaritis in 3rd. William McCone is now in 4th, followed by Ralph Bart in 5th. Andy Darnell, the fastest man on track in practice, has now gone up into Fifth, fourth fastest. Improves. But nobody could beat Death Proof's time so far with 7 minutes to go. Here the Catachville has gone over just about 2/10 quicker than Death Proof, just about quicker, with some generous rounding. Let's see if there's the consistency is there for Harry Catachville in the 14 car. Felice Vicardi is following him. Half a tenth purple going into the second sector. Starting to slip away from Heary. Can he pull it off? Going up the second hill. The part of the track that defines the name, the Grand Prix circuit of Raceroom Raceway. This might be an attempt to dethrone Death Proof's lap time. If it doesn't beat Death Proof, it's going to be very close, and he's already been done by William McCone, who sets a lap time 1 minute 41.882. That's the new benchmark. And Thierry Catachville has lost too much time to capitalize off of. Saw first Ziziglu briefly spin round that Etihad car. Five and a half minutes to go, and pole position has changed hands a few times so far, and it can still happen here as people are starting to get up to speed, getting into the groove. 1 minute 41.82 is the new benchmark set by William McCone. Death Proof, the original pole sitter, was just over 1/10 slower than that. Here Catachville just over a tenth slower than that. And Satiris Mordaitis further separated by another tenth. And then a few thousandths behind him, Andy Darnell was in 5th. So this is a very close field once again. Can't wait to see how this turns out. We're set up for a very good evening of racing, boys. Four and a half minutes to go. And with the 1 minute 40 to include the broad spectrum of drivers, I'm going to call this a maximum of a 1 minute 43 lap without accidents. And I'd say drivers have around 2 laps left to improve, otherwise they cannot make it work. They will not have enough time to start a new lap. Andy's gone very quick there in the first sector, lost it a little bit going into the second sector. Can he pull it back in the third? Watch this as Andy Darnell goes into 4th position ahead of Sotiris Mordaitis. Good progress from the Englishman. William McCone's on pole, but he's not stopping there. 2/10 to be gained in the first sector from William McCone's lap time. He's going to keep going. He's going to ensure that he gets pole position ahead of Death Proof and Thierry Catachville. Goes even faster, 3.5 tenths in the second sector. What's it going to come out looking like? He looks like he's going to give Death Proof a run for his money, and that's Fotis Ziziglu in the meantime, setting a brand new lap time, a brand new benchmark, 2/10 faster than William McCone's, but it might look like he's got enough leeway in that new lap time to retake pole position. Either way, either way you look at it, they've both wiped the floor at Death Proof's original lap time. William McConn's about to retake the lead. 41.795 and just misses out on pole position by 1.5 tenths of a second. Photosystic Blue is on pole with 2 minutes to go and he is 2 tenths quicker. Goes for a slight spin, that is the 2 tenths lost now. Lap ruined in these cars. Sideways in a Formula Raceroom Junior is not a good sign. And you can see it in the delta, half a second off of his personal lap time. 1.5 minutes to go, and we can see a little bit of radio chatter from Dave Ziska saying 1 more minute. He's struggling to get in, it seems. Dave missed the last race there. Lucas Wallering setting his first lap time of the day with fourth place, ahead of Hero Petrolhead, but still 2 tenths behind William McCone's time. A little bit of traffic from McCone there. He was purple in the first sector, but they just lost a little bit too much in the second sector. Might be able to pull it back in the third, but he goes off. Around and around goes William McCone, and with it his last chance of securing pole position for the race start. Lucas Wallering has gone 0.279 seconds quicker than Photosystic Blue here. He's gotten pace. This is the first time he's going to be able to put a lap together, but he's going to run out of time. Not enough time for Lucas Wallering to set this lap time. Photosystic Blue starts the race on pole position ahead of William McCone and Death Proof for Brother Ups. Lucas Wallering remains 4th. Kieran Kutachville in 5th, Andy Darnell, the fastest man in practice, now residing in 6th position, followed by Satiris Bordaitis in 7th. Ralph Barton, who has proven that he does not like these cars very much at all, is in 8th place. Felice Vicari, 3rd in the championship, starts P9. Antonin Rambod begins in P10, and Davide Estrada P11, Orlando Zabello in P12. Rhino Berger is starting in P13 and Daniel Astra is in P14, followed by a 5-minute warm-up. Rhino just got in just in time, it seems. And Death Proof is straight out during the warm-up. He's going to get into the zone, he's going to use this time. But maybe some of you guys should start working on those race starts, because this is a very crucial part of these races. If you get a bad race start, it can ruin your race. It's hard to really it's hard to gap people or like break a gap on someone in these cars. Unless the person ahead of you is inconsistent. But anything can happen. Like we saw the rounds in Sepang. 3 exhilarating races in Sepang North Circuit, and this is a very good track. It's underrated. But one thing I should mention is I believe that Race Commander is active during this race. So 10 off tracks and you receive a drive-through penalty, I believe. 3.5 minutes to go of warm-up. Take the time to like the stream if you're enjoying what you see so far. If not, well, keep watching. You might like what you see in a bit. And Dave Ziska unfortunately cannot make it. See the radio chatter in the Discord right now. It's just said sorry to hear this. And yeah, Dave Ziska could not make it in time for round 2 of the Formula 4 Championship. We are down 1 driver. 1.5 minutes left to go. I am slurring my words, sorry. Very sorry. Now 70 seconds left to warm up. Thought I might bring this back up to date. But yeah, we've got 14 drivers on the grid here. And positions 1 through 6. Maybe 7th, maybe 8th actually. Depending on the start. It's anyone's game here. We've got 30 more seconds. Death Proof going for a spin, getting it out of his system before he does it in the race. That is a very good strategy I employ myself. Don't do it in real life though, you can get hurt. And now happening very shortly, round 2, heat 1 of Formula Ford. Best enjoyed with a bag of chips and an ice cold Coca-Cola. Formation for the grid starts now. People are going to be getting their cars back up to the minimum fuel. Otherwise they will not finish the race. Race matter, like the race of the cars matter very, very much, especially in these cars. People are going to be running their cars light in qualifying. Let's hope everyone has put the race fuel back in for 10 minutes of racing. Fotis Isoglu heading them off. William McCone on the other side. Who's going to get in front? Fotis gets in front of William McCone versus Lucas Wallering, getting a very good start on the outside. Here comes Kiri Touchville and Andy Darnell following up. Fotis Isoglu still in the lead. William McCone gets past Kiri Touchville, goes fast and then gets re-overtaken by Andy Darnell. Wallering follows her through. Kiri Touchville, very, very good potential for a good start, but has dropped back down to 6th place, got caught lacking there. Fotis Isoglu starting first, stays first, and that is a very big hit. Collected 2 cars. After the beginning of the 3rd sector there. Death Proof has started P5. Started 3rds, now back down in P5. He can still catch some cars here. In the JVC car. Cars flipping around. David Estrada. In the beginning of the 3rd sector, clips Daniel Lastra there. Orlando Zabello scrambling to keep it off track, and that is another spin, another roll from David Estrada, 2 in a row in the same sector. We haven't even gotten to the end of the first lap yet, and that is a full race worth of accidents. Jeez, Zooey mama. Round 2 begins. Lap 2, I mean. Forgive me, Fotis Isoglu is in first position, followed by William McCone. Andy Darnell separates William McCone and Lucas Wallering. That's all that stops Lucas from getting that position there. And Wallering gets ahead of Andy Darnell, executing a perfect move into the first corner. Car driving backwards in the pits. And Rhino Burger is out. It's very unfortunate. We didn't even get to see him qualify, Rhino Burger. Must have had some very, very bad internet connection or something. Yeah, Rhino's disconnected, unfortunately. Satiris made a joke earlier about sending assassins to kill his race in general chat, but yeah, people are gonna be breathing down Satiris Margaritas' neck very soon. You just wait, sunshine, until you get back for an interview. People are gonna want a very strict word with you for the assassins you've been putting out. Antonin Rumbod is not doing so well. He's not coping very well. Death Proof is in 3rd place, and Andy Darnell is trying to catch him there side by side going into turn 1. Who's going to get there first? Maybe Andy Darnell just gets him. Death Proof is going to try to get that exit though, side by side. Up the hill maybe. Andy Darnell keeps the position, and Death Proof is there. He spins. Andy Darnell and Death Proof spins. There must be a collision between the two. Felice Vicari, Satiris Margaritas, Ralph Bart, Lucas Wallering have gotten past, and Death Proof rejoins ahead of Andy Darnell in 7th place. What happened there? And William McCone has just made the move, and William on Fortissisaglu there. A little bit of contact there. Zooey mama, that is one heck of a collision there. Nobody seems to know where their front wheels are. They're hitting everything. Absolutely everything and everyone. Felice Vicari maybe taking a very wide line there. Goes through with Ralph Bart in 4th now. Vicari went too wide. He lost too much time, and he has lost a position because of that. Satiris just loses out there. Or has he? He's going to get him in braking maybe. Lastra overtakes him, and then that's Vicari just there. Couldn't capitalise on a distracted Satiris. He's going to have to wait until the next opportunity shows itself. 4 minutes to go in the first sprint, and William McCone is taking the lead ahead of Fortissisaglu and Ralph Bart. Satiris Margaritas is in 4th, and Felice Vicari has gone in 5th. And Lucas Wallering has gone into 6th place. I have no idea what's happened there. He's gotten pace, but he just couldn't get up to speed fast enough. Spins, and that is Ralph Bart. Goes around. Now we have a new podium. That is now Lucas Wallering in 3rd place. This is a dream scenario for Lucas Wallering. He's just been given this podium on a silver platter. Someone's upside down there. I have no idea who that was, but Death Proof's back up to 5th place. Lucas Wallering. That is a heftily damaged suspension of Lucas Wallering there. Looks like a JDM drift car. It's going sideways. Look at that go. He can hardly turn the thing. Look at it. It's going into the wall. Dream scenario for Death Proof. He's now going to get back into 4th place, and 3rd is sitting right ahead of him. He's gotten the opportunities he's needed. He's stayed consistent, and he's not given up yet. 3rd place could still be in sight for Death Proof here. 2 minutes left to go, and that is Death Proof going into 3rd place ahead of Vicari there. 2 minutes left to go. Can he pull it off? William McCone's getting away from Photosystem has put it in a lead, as a substantial lead of 2.5 seconds on Photosystem Glue, and Death Proof is 10 seconds behind him. Meanwhile, at the other end of the grid, Orlando Zabello has been overtaken Henry Catoccheville and Davide Estrada. I believe Orlando Zabello, Henry Catoccheville, Davide Estrada, and Rambod have had drive-thrus thanks to Race Commander. I can see how many times they've pitted, and that is the only time you'd want to pit is to serve a drive-thru, because there is no mandatory pit stops. Great to see that Race Commander is doing his job. Death Proof is running away from Felice Vicari. This will be the last lap. Lap 6 is going to be the last lap here of the race. William McCone's in the lead. Looks like he's going to be extending his gap and his championship lead. Photosystem goes around. Could this be a chance for Death Proof to go for the second? Otis is going to have to get back onto the racetrack very quickly if he doesn't want to lose that second position he's fought so hard to maintain. It's right in front of him. Death Proof just needs to push just a little bit more, and he's got him. Satiris Margaritis is in 5th place. If something happens to Vicari now, it's going to be a 3-4th position. McCone's built up of around a 10-second gap between himself and Photosystem. It's a well-deserved win, in my opinion. It's going to be William McCone, quite possibly, if he doesn't make any more mistakes. Landing the last few corners there. And William McCone crosses the line 1st place to win the first heat of a very, very eventful race. And Death Proof takes his first podium in the series, followed by Photosystem in 2nd. Vicari comes home in 4th, and Satiris Margaritis will be due back in 5th. Andy Darnell, 6 seconds back, will be back in 6th. Lastra is going to be 7th. Rambod 8th. Zambello 9. Lucas Wallering has sustained damage somewhere. Yes, I remember. I need to get that checked. My memory is very bad, but Lucas Wallering, how could I forget a shunt like that? Totally totaled his car. Goes back into P10 over the ordeal, but I believe because of the reverse grid, maybe he's going to be. I can't remember if it's a top 5 or a top 10 reverse grid, but either way, it's going to be great. Hopefully, a lot cleaner than this first round, because honestly, this is giving me PTSD from when I was working with Brother Ops. Moderating all the car server, it's almost not that different there, but lots of crashing, lots of carnage, just not. Yeah, I just had to confirm the top 5 reverse grids. So Satiris Margaritis will be starting on pole position. Vicari beside him. Behind him is Death Proof, who finished 3rd, will start 3rd. And William McCone takes the race win with the fastest lap. So yeah, let me reiterate that was a very, very contact-heavy race, and let's hope this next heat goes a little bit cleaner. Of course, a lot of people got wrecked out that were contending there. Could have contended for the lead. Changed hands. Could have changed hands a few times, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. Let's see. I'm expecting a better round out of this next round, boys. Let's make it happen. Clean racing. Four minutes to go of warm-up. It's going to be people getting into the racing groove and practicing their standing starts. With 4 minutes to go, William McCone will be starting P5. Photosystem Glue started 4th, Death Proof 3rd, Felicia Vicari in 2nd, and Satiris Murdaitis will start in pole position thanks to the reverse grid.
What have I missed?
Everything. Welcome back, David Zankowski. How are you doing?
Well, I've actually used a little software now to see if I can make my mic sound better, but I'll apply it now.
Yeah,
It's more basic.
It's a lot better, it's a lot more clear, crisp.
Yeah. That's the advantage of using the software called Voice Meter.
I'm sorry, whatever you've just done to your mic.
That's the software I'm using. Voice Meter. Meter spells M-E-E-T-E-R.
You need to turn your mic effect off. That is, you're echoing badly. Ever since you turned on whatever you think was going to make your mic sound better, it went nuts.
Yeah, my point exactly.
I'll do that. I'll do some editing quickly to kind of test myself and see what's wrong. Give me a few minutes.
David, I cannot understand you. I am sorry. But that's my colleague there. Sometimes he comes in as a secondary commentator for the box. I haven't seen much of him there lately, but he's here now, joining us for race 2. No, it's not changed. Can you leave and rejoin the commentary box? I might fix it. I'm sorry, David. Try leaving and rejoining the commentary box if you can hear me. I'm sorry, David, but that's not much better.
Damn it. I'll have to look deeper then.
So just something to get something straight there. Here, Crashers feel pitted because of the damage he sustained, not because of a drive-through penalty. Something I got wrong in the box. Sorry about that. "30 seconds and we are back racing in Formula Ford. Hopefully with David Jankowski joining us if he fixes his microphone. So, unfortunately, I don't think David's going to be able to fix his microphone in time. We will have to, you're going to be stuck with just me for a little bit more longer. I hope you're fine with that. Actually, David's going to be rejoining right now. He thinks he's fixed it. David, have you fixed your microphone?
I'm praying this is the correct input.
It is the correct input, and we are about to go lights out. You're just in time. Satiris on pole, with Felice Vicari in second, Death Proof in third. Might be able to improve his position
I'm
there.
using the correct input now. And time to take on A, so...
Satiris Maraitis takes the lead ahead of Felice Vicari. Fontasisiglu goes up ahead, and then that's Andy Darnell at the inside of the first corner there, taking third place maybe. Fontasisiglu is down in fourth. Weaver takes starting to chicane. Fontasisiglu third, and Andy Darnell is in fourth. Daniel Lastra is in fifth, and William McCone is fighting for positions there. He's now in seventh, lost 2 positions there. Last race's race winner. Down in P7, no P6, and he's leading the championship right now. Lucas Wallering has had a shunt from the last race. Is going to be needing to build that gap up, all the way back up. He's at a serious points deficit right now. He's going to be firing on all cylinders now. Felice Vicari is in second place ahead of Satiris Maraitis, who's in first position, starts from first and stays in first. Felice Vicari starts in second, stays second with Fontasisiglu and Andy Darnell third and fourth, gaining positions since Daniel Lastra is in fifth position. Fontasisiglu is in third now, followed by Andy Darnell in fourth. Lucas Wallering has gained 5 positions already. He's gone all the way back up to P5. Now he's trailing Andy Darnell. He's gotten past William McCone there in P7. Vicari's got a chance here. Maybe for the win here. Needs to make this right though. There haven't been as many pile-ups as so far, not as much carnage. We're only on lap 2, but still. I see that as a very good achievement after what we saw in the first heat there. 2 laps clean. Andy Darnell goes into a massive spin there, goes into 10th now, almost immediately. Oh my god, I cursed the field, haven't I? That's 2 more cars. One of them is on its roof, going into the third sector there. I need to shut my mouth more often because I just put a commentator's curse on everyone here. I need to shut my mouth more often. But some things haven't changed right now. Felice Vicari is getting the slipstream off of Satiris Maraitis. Where's he gonna go? Maybe follows him. Looks him to the move down the inside, but just doesn't go through with it. Fontasisiglu goes... Oh, just racing Lucas Wallering there. A little bit of contact, but doesn't look too bad there. Wallering leading is being led by Fontasisiglu. He's got a podium position right in front of him. This is going to be important to get back at William McCone in the points. Meanwhile, McCone is just sitting just a tenth off of Ralph Bart there for P6 there. Might be P5. The car still hasn't got that move done. He's gotten half the race without doing much about it, and that is Davide Strauda going off at the end of the second sector. He's not stranded on the track, but he is in the runoff. He's not going to impede anyone in the second sector. Lucas Wallering is still in fourth. He's going to be looking into the pace to try and get past Sosa Ziziglu in third. Maybe this time round, Vicari might go for the move. It's a repeat of last lap. Vicari doesn't go for it. Sosa Ziziglu is starting to drop back on the leaders there, as Wallering starts to catch him up there. He's half a second back, and William McCone is half a second. He's caught back up. William McCone's half a second off of Lucas Wallering. If he can catch up to him, he's going to be well on his way to winning the championship. Lucas would have needed this point. Would have needed the gap to stay. He would have needed William McCone to stay back in the field to pick that points deficit he got in the first heat there. It was going to be a dream move for him, but then William McCone showed back up. He's going to have to fight for that. He's going to have to go firing on all cylinders to get that championship re-secured. Get more points for it, I suppose. He's going to have to find other points elsewhere. Williams taking a slightly wider line, and that is last draw off. Doesn't hit anything. Beginning the third sector there. William McCone on the outside overtakes Lucas Wallering. Wallering might go back on braking. He is clear going into the first chicane. William McCone up to fourth place. Now staring down. Puts Ziziglu's back bumper, and that's Sotiris Moraitis having a little bit of a breathing match on top of Vicari. And that's Ziziglu gone through now for second place. Vicari in first, goes wide slightly. Don't forget Race Commander's on, so if they go wide too many times, they're going to get a drive-through penalty here. Sosa Ziziglu's in the lead, overtaking Felicia Vicari. It's time to fall apart for the Italian. Side by side with Sotiris Moraitis on the inside line. Just about side by side with McCone there. Now racing Lucas Wallering. He just lost so many positions with him in the space of 1/10. That's how close to racing he is here. Sotiris is on the outside of this next corner going up the hill. Vicari's gone off so many times this lap. He's getting put under pressure. It's about time he's going to be given some kind of penalty. Minute and a half left to go. Not much time left of racing here. Fotis Ziziglu might be coming on for a race win, but that's McCone in second place, looking to take something as like along the lines of a second race win to extend his championship lead. Vicari's holding back in third. He managed to hold it off for the time being against Lucas Wallering. With a single mistake and Wallering is going to be passed. Doesn't look at anything into the first chicane there into turn 1, 2, 3. Maybe up at the hill into the fourth. Less than half a second separates William McCone and Fotis Ziziglu. Airborne goes Vicari, and he collects a car. collected somebody, I didn't catch who. But now thanks to that, Lucas Wallering is in 3rd position and William McCone 2nd, still ahead of his championship rival, and has Ralph Bart up into 4th place. McCone has this win in front of him, but this is the last lap, I believe. This is his last chance to get his win. We're in the 3rd sector at the last lap, lap 6. And we are out of time on the 00 marks the clock, and William McCone is just about half a second off of Fostis. I bet you if you give him one more lap he would have done it, but Fostis held on for just enough time. He's held on to the nick of time. Fostis wins race 2 in Raceroom Raceway GP, and William McCone finishes 2nd place, getting further ahead of his championship rival Lucas Wallering, and Wallering follows him home on the podium in 3rd place. That was potential for Felice Vicari, 3rd in their championship, but that was just not his day. Not totally free of drama, but certainly a lot better than the last race, contact-wise. Will has gone. He's gone from the midfield to the back to the front of the field. Very well done for William McCone. He's going off. He's drove very well there. He's making a few comments about it in the Discord, and I have to agree with him. Very well done, Will. So here's your top 10, followed by Otis Issiglu, who's just won it there. William McCone in 2nd. Lucas Wallering coming back from 7th on the grid, no, 10th on the grid, to finish 3rd. Ralph Bart in 4th, coming from all the way from the back of the grid. Quite literally. So Sotiris Moraitis just couldn't take the heat, he fell down to 5th. Andy got hit back there, I believe. Not sure what happened with him, to be honest, and Felice Vicari broke under the heat. And even though these are just 10-minute races, they can really get really pressurized up in here. If you can't take the heat, get off my racetrack. That was a reference to the old saying about the kitchen one, but that didn't come out. That came out as a very dorkish thing to say. I'm very sorry. It sounded a lot dorkier than I intended. It sounded a lot better in my head. Sorry. Sorry for me being a little bit quiet. Just waiting through warm-up. 5 minutes of silence probably isn't very good. But there isn't really much to say. Like usually, if this is a revival, I'd probably rattle off about the history of the car, like I did yesterday on the Pro Cars. But yeah, it's a Formula Ford. Lining up on the grid for race 3. Third and final race of this evening. And we are away for race 3 and last race of this evening. And then Lucas Wallering gets up ahead. That's Sotiris Maritas on the inside, maybe. Wallering takes the lead. Sotiris follows him through, and that's maybe Andy Darnell taking 3rd position, goes into 4th. After Ralph Bartz goes through a move, and that is Sotiris Maritas in the wall. That is so many drivers in the wall. Sotiris is out of contention there. And we are back to square one, honestly. William McCullen got wrecked there, going over the hill there. Lucas Wallering in the lead.
If this is still broken, I swear to God. Software.
Your software is alright now, Jane.
Yes,
Yep.
finally! It just had, all I had to do was just reset the whole software.
Good stuff. I should probably tell you what's happening with the...
Yes, please, you may.
So, whatchamacallit? Lucas Wallering is in the lead, followed by... actually, I should probably throw my stream.
Yeah, so I can't see anything.
You can... I'm practically... Like, you're just listening along to radio broadcast in the minute.
It's like BBC Radio 5.
Practically.
Oh, Oi, oi, now that looks much better with the multiple layouts on your screen.
Yeah. But anyway, here's Lucas Wallering leading by lap 2, Photosysicaloo in second, Death Proof is in third, getting 7 positions back there. What a drive up to the front, an excellent race start. Andy Darnell in fourth, and Peter Catotchville in fifth, desperate to try and make something good out of this race, and Death Proof goes wide.
Oh yeah, looks like he's gone down. Oh no, he's gone down a position. P4.
Just been overtaken by Hiri Catotchville after Photosysicaloo's had an accident there.
Oh, that's shocking for me. Because he never has an accident.
Yeah, he's usually a very consistent driver, but
yeah. Now to be in P9.
Ninth place for Photosysicaloo there. He's going to have to make his way back up the field, overtaking Davide Estrada for P8 there, and that is Felice Vicari. We see the
looks like he's bugged out.
Pointing down into the vast limbo usually means that he's disconnected. An internet connection issue for Felice Vicari.
Third is another DNF.
No points in the third race.
Or if you're a Eurovision fan, nul point.
You bet. That is Wallering in first place now, maintaining the lead. Andy Darnell is in second place, getting a very good race start from 6th place. And Hiri Catotchville making up 9 positions there. And William McCone versus Death Proof there, giving him a good race there for 5th.
He's looking very close.
Death might have a little bit of a run going into this next corner. If he plays his cards right, he's not close enough. He better not. It's a 3-car train between positions 3 through 5. It's anyone's game for the last podium spot. Photosysicaloo's out in the tunnel there. And Death Proof has gone and turned in to Hiri Catotchville. That was
that is P4. I think I saw some.
Yeah, that was Catotchville there. That was a very hopeful move, to say the least. If that's the best, there's better ways to put it.
Yeah, I could barely see who it was on the time on the top left because the quality was getting a bit awful.
Yeah, no worries.
For 720-60 FPS as well. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I can see it much clearer.
Death Proof is now going to be trying to slipstream William McCone for P3 to make it a second, third place of the evening and last.
With 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go, if that's what I'm seeing correctly.
Yeah, 4.5 minutes to go with race 3. We are half race distance.
I was hoping to sing Bon Jovi, but I don't want to for copyright.
Please don't, yes.
I won't anyway.
Anyway, this is another weekend to forget for Hiri Catotchville. He is after doing something very similar there in the Pro Car last evening.
And Lastra
Lucas Wallering has spun out. Andy Darnell takes the lead.
Now let's see if Wallering can catch up to Darnell within the last 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining.
2 seconds. William McCone's there. You probably don't have the context behind this, but Wallering and Lucas Wallering and William McCone are both championship contenders here.
And it looks like Death Proof is catching up as well.
Proof is sitting back, waiting for a mistake out of William McCone to try claim that third place. This is his domain. This is the track he practices. This is his chance for glory here in Formula Ford. But if Lucas Wallering can run up William McCone there...
Oh, McCone's gone wide! McCone's gone wide!
That's another off-track from William McCone.
This could be the chance that Proof can overtake McCone for P3. Oh, it's this very close battle between Darnell and Wallering. There was a switch of positions for a slight brief second.
Yeah, Andy looks like he's going to be... He's losing time to Lucas Wallering there, 10th by 10th, the corner by corner.
If Andy wants to win, he needs to find the perfect line through each corner.
Of course, consistency is key here. He can't make a mistake now. Not now, with 2 minutes left to go.
So that would be awful.
William McCone in third. He's in a very good position for the championship. If things end up the way they are right now, he's still going to be ahead in the championship, ahead of Lucas Wallering.
Oh, someone's thrown down!
Wallering from the lead!
Wallering! He has! Looks like it's a DNF! I wish we had a replay, but we don't.
Wallering has gone stationary, most likely due to a car failure. He is not going to win the race. It looks like, from this current position, Andy Darnell's going to win.
It looks like there's a...
has been given a drive-through penalty for
Oh my! Could this be that McCon gets P3 back after that, for the drive-through after, oh, is that a pullover?
Death Proof has gone round. And that means William McConn's up into second. Death Proof is stranded on a curb. He can't get off. He's still
no!
He just got off there. He's in 6th place. Has utterly ruined his race.
That is horrible. That's the worst incident I've ever seen.
That's a
Yes.
I'm just flashing back to when that happened to Fotis Isoglu during Super GT that one time in Spa. But,
There's less than a minute to go. Can Darnell keep the lead?
this is the last lap.
And it could be an all Brit 1-2. Someone's crashed.
Someone's after going out there.
Yeah, they just appeared on screen for a brief second.
And that was Death Proof. He is out.
He is DNF'd.
Entirely.
David A. Strad has a little, might have had a, Strada has had a little issue. It looks like he's pulling over. Nope, he's not pulling over. It looks like, I don't know if he is.
Strada just went wide there, I believe.
Yeah, and I think he hit the curbs.
Going over the curb slightly. Here, Kachachville has fought back valiantly to retake a 4th place position, and he's been taken advantage over a lot of the carnage that's been happening in this race. But if anyone has capitalised the biggest, it's going to be Andy Darnell. He's waited it out, he's kept his cool, and he's now going to be absolutely thrilled to know that he wins.
It is a win for Andy Darnell.
Winning.
The founder and manager of this sim racing team wins.
Might be a move for 3rd place at the last second. Here in Kratachville,
Yes, it is! Kratachville is in P3!
He got him! Jumped! Felice Vicari just got absolutely humbled across the line there. Here in Kratachville, and a very good racing move.
That was a very good racing move.
Drag race to the line, and Hiri Kratachville wins it. And here we see Fotis Isoglu gingerly
Make his way to finish 7th.
Gingerly crossing the line, nursing his damaged car to across the finish line. And Orlando Zabello comes on P8, and that's Sotiris Moraitis with massive damage that we saw at the start. He was on pole, Sotiris Moraitis, but he is unfortunately, like, he was killed at the start. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see him finish up at the front.
Very tragic.
But that is race 3 over.
Please don't tell me that's a race 4.
Nope, there is no race 4.
Oh, thank God.
I think everyone can agree that they want this race weekend to be over because there's so much carnage between the two races.
Since when I started commentating, there was a lot.
Of course.
There's the final results up on the screen.
There is Parnell, your race winner, with Lucas Wallering, the man with the fastest lap before.
With a 1:41.706.
Yeah, he had the fastest lap. He had pace, but he just couldn't. Like he was wrecked out of the race there. But anyway, for a lot of people, that will be a race weekend to forget.
Yep.
But anyway, a lot of positions fell into a lot of people's laps there, and
Yeah. This might be the worst race for me to ever commentate on.
yeah, I wouldn't say that. I've seen worse, but
Oh.
yeah, there was
We'll see in the future, though.
one time during the Lotus of Forest, like when you left,
when I was busy. Yeah.
like you made a wise decision. Staying out of that one, it was quite grim. But anyway, here we are. This is about time we going on to some post-race interviews. So, David, I believe you. Like, I'm just going to discuss how this is going to work for you. All right. So,
All right.
of course, because I don't think we've done this before.
Nope.
So, how this is going to work is I'm going to be calling drivers in from the general chat one by one, and
All right.
what I'll be doing is I'll ask a few questions, and if you have any questions of yourself, then I'll let you ask them when I'm finished.
Right.
And then we'll move on to the next person until we finish. So
Yep.
So anyway, here. Andy's busy typing something, so
Yep. And that's a nice little pun there, Andy. But in reality, you will lose the price of a Starbucks coffee.
I mean, I think it's best we keep quiet on that one. It's
Yes.
it goes deeper than that. You try scrolling up, someone's about to quit over it.
Oh, imagine.
But yeah, please keep quiet.
I will.
Andy, would you like to say your piece?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfectly.
Wunderbar. Yeah, that was fun. It wasn't the cleanest of races, but you know, it's a very, very delicate car on a very difficult track with that car. So it was sort of expected, really, that there was going to be accidents.
Yeah, of course.
But, it was fun. It was fun.
So of course you won the last race there. What was your initial reaction when Wallering wrecked out and you inherited the lead?
Well, I was actually in the lead before he wrecked out, but he kept spinning on the same corner, and yes, I spun myself on that corner as well. It is one that if you go a tiny bit too quickly, you lose the rear. So it's better to go a little bit slower through that corner and lose a bit of time, I think.
Yeah,
I
my
don't know how
belief it's
I-
the one exiting the tunnel.
That's the right-hander. Yeah,
Yes.
very difficult because the car
I
goes
find that
lighter.
difficult as well.
But no, it was a good race. I enjoyed it. Had a bit of a coming together a death poop in the first race, which was unfortunate, but these things happen.
They do happen.
They do. It's racing.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody that attended, and hopefully see you at the next one, which will be a lot easier. The Raceroom is a tough track with a car that is very delicate, so
It is.
it happens. Thank you for commentating.
No worries, man.
No worries as well.
I'll let you get on to the next guy. Thank you.
Thanks for your time, your opinions, and much appreciated as always. So next up, we'll have Photosystic Glue.
Hi, Michael.
Hey there, Photos. There was a lot of contact there in some of those races.
Yeah.
Like, of course, Like, you're wrecked out of a podium position, I think.
In the first race, I had the contact with William, but I don't think it is his fault. It seems that it wasn't. We have a touch in the chicane after the tunnel, and he lost control and came through me came and hit my car and broke my suspension. So after that I couldn't attack again. I just drive a little safety, stay behind him to the second position. In the second race it was all good, and in third race, after the tunnel exit, I was downshifting one gear, but I don't know why this first happened to me. Downshift 2 gears. I press one time to downshift one gear, and the car downshift 2 gears, causing a block on differential, and spun and throw me to the wall. Totally wrecked the suspension. And after that, I was second, I think, at that time. And I lose several positions. I was thinking to go to the pits, but the car behind me, I was 9th at the moment, and the car behind me was 12 seconds behind. I stay one lap more out to see what happened, and I see that the time difference was still 12 seconds. So I decided to stay out and fight with a total suspension again, and limp to the end and gain as much position or points they will come. Fortunately for me, two more drivers, unfortunately for them, of course, but I claim 2 positions more because of the DNF of 2 more drivers, and managed to gain some extra 3 points.
Yes, for P7 in race 3. Are you a bit devastated about P7?
No, because it could be much worse. But yeah, I had a good race, but yeah, that's maybe I didn't. Maybe the gear shift didn't downshift 2 gears to cause the differential to block. Maybe I got into a corner with a little bit quicker and lost the car by my own. It's not an easy track, yeah, but no, I'm satisfied with the race. I enjoyed it. It was nice for me. I won't complain.
All right, David, is there anything else you'd like to mention?
Nope.
All right, Svotis, is there anything else you'd like to say to the chat?
Yeah, I hope the viewers to enjoy that, hope to see them next race also. Congratulations to all the drivers again. Finish or not, doesn't matter. It is, we are here to spend a good time and have fun. I had. And congratulations to podium winners also.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Fotis.
You're welcome, Michael.
All right, thank you for your time. And the last driver we have in chat so far, I thought we were going to have Death Proof, but
looks like he's busy.
I mean, I'm not going to wait for him again. So there's Will.
There's William McCone.
Ah, hello, good evening.
Just a second, we were just
for a little walk there.
Of course. We're just about to go on to Hiri there. We'll get to you in a moment. Just don't worry about it. So, Hiri, would you like to say your piece?
Well, today was tragic. In lap 1, I had collision with Sotiris. race 2. I was in sandwich and crashed again. 2 races in a row with damaged suspension. And Death Proof wasn't looking into his rearview mirrors. In, I think, race 2 and race 3.
Yikes.
Because he always goes the line when I was next to him, always.
Well, like it's unfortunate, but it's something. It's one of those things about sim racing. Like that shit happens, but you have to be careful. Like both drivers sometimes, sometimes fault mistakes are made, and that's just the way it is. Unfortunately, like if you have any inquiries to make to the stewards, we can always make an inquiry.
Yes, I have to make some reports.
All right. So, of course, that doesn't really concern the stream at the minute. So, is there anything else about the race that you'd like to mention to chat, or anyone else here?
Well, at least the race 3 was okay. I got podium at least.
Yeah, that was something I almost forgot. That was a very good move for third.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable move.
Well, 2 races in a row and last minute overtake.
Good stuff.
Because Sepang race 3, in race 3, last lap, last corner, overtake on Sotiris.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And this race, in race 3, it happened again.
It looks like it's a coincidence.
Yeah, what a coincidence. So,
Anyone know a good mechanic?
But I don't know why it's happening. I don't know why I simply overtaken last lap, last race, last corner.
yeah, well, very well done. At least you're ending the evening on a high.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time here. Your opinion is very much appreciated.
So, good night.
All right, good night.
Good night.
And Death Proof, you made it this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, only just, man.
Yeah, find the microphone this time. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in that second one though, but I got totaled from behind.
Yeah, I noticed you tumbled positions there at the second race, nearly a podium there, and the third race, but something happened.
Yeah, what happened in that last race, I would like to know.
Yeah, a dude spun in front of me. I couldn't avoid him, done my suspension in, and I was just fighting it from then on.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. He definitely had something going there, but podium for first race, very well done.
Yeah, I don't know, something happened in that one as well. It's just, yeah, but I was just glad I didn't ping out for them ones. Managed to finish.
Yeah, of course. So, do you think that you'll be sticking around for the rest of the championship? Like, what's your thoughts on Formula Ford at the minute? Of course, it wasn't the cleanest racing we've seen here, but do you think you'll stick around, maybe?
Yeah, man, I don't see why not. I mean, it's all good fun. I love the car, man. So, yeah, I mean, there's some really good races in there. Like, I like racing with Andy, man. He's good. Although I did give him a little bump, man. I'm sorry for that, dude.
Yeah, he hears it. Like, we just have everyone else muted while we interview, but he hears you. So anyway, is there anything else you'd like to mention to the stream or to anyone at home or to anyone in the channel? I think Hirikotochville was pretty miffed at you there.
Yeah, he says that I don't know what he says I've done, but he says look in your mirrors. But yeah, I do look in my mirrors unless I'm turning the corner, and then I'm looking in front of me. So if I don't see you before then, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like not much you can do in those situations, really, is there?
No, I mean, once you're committing them cars, you commit. You can't really change a line. You do, you're going to go spinning.
Yeah, of course. It's just one of those things with Formula Ford, isn't it?
But yeah, you lot are doing a really good job. Keep it up, man. I'm enjoying it.
All right. Death, is there anything else you'd like to mention to the... Is there anything else you'd like to mention, or are we finished?
No, we're good, man. We're good. Take it easy, everyone. Good night.
All right, take it easy, Death. Thanks. Have a good night. So, that was Death Proof. We made it in
You've got
time.
our final driver in the voice chat, William.
William McCohen,
Good evening, gents.
good evening. You are a race winner. How do you feel about... well, of course, during the first few races, he managed to get in a very good lead in terms of points on Wallering there.
Yeah, I think it helped the third race there. Obviously, he had his own issues. I think he was running in the lead at one point, and I think I looked at the time, the timing board, and he was about 9 seconds in the lead, and I was following Andy at the time. And then all of a sudden, both of them are 2 seconds ahead of me, and it was, you know what I mean, you get that moment of excitement where you think, oh, there's another win on here, but Andy was just too quick and too consistent in the last race there. So yeah, unlucky for Lucas. It obviously helps hugely in the championship, but the second race, it's so early days.
All right. So, of course, there was a small bit of contact between you and Fotis. What's your view on it?
I've looked at the replay, and I give plenty of room. I think he understeered a little bit out on the first part on the left-hander. He understeered out, and that clipped me. And then the sort of second contact came from trying to recover from the first sort of contact and get the car under control. You know, it's very simple to spin these little things out if you try and recover too aggressively. So just tried to let the car settle before you could get on the gas again. And then the second contact came together, and from that point on, there was suspension damage. But yeah, I managed to hang on. And then I think the third race, I got myself knocked down to 10th. So I seen my own little bit of the carnage that I'd heard about in the first two races, because I'd been lucky not really to see any of it. But yeah, the third race, I got bumped down to 10th. So, but even that was fun then, just coming through, and yeah, good evening, good fun.
Yeah, like, that was certainly not the cleanest evening that we've had in a long time. It's
not. There's nothing malicious about any of it. I think it's just awareness and spacing a lot of time, you know. Yeah, it's so, especially in these cars, I find it's better not to necessarily try and make the move. If you can sit behind someone and just get them under a little bit of pressure, the cars are so twitchy. It's easier to force someone into a mistake in these cars than it is to try and overtake at times.
Yeah, of course, you put it best there. It's just a very, very different kettle of fish to drive than most of the cars in this game. It's a very, very specific driving style, and like, if you don't comply with this, like, it just kills you.
It's low power, low grip, but yeah, there's a nice little window where it's a great little thing to drive, and if you can get it in that window and get the feel for it, there's a lot of fun to be had with it. But if you don't, you know what I mean, if you overdrive it, then it's a horrible little thing to try and keep in a straight line.
Yeah, of course. So, David, are you still following along? Is there anything you'd like to ask William?
Nope.
All right, Will, is there
Okay then, gents, thank you.
No
anything
problem.
else to say, or are you done?
And just a reminder, chat, for the next race, which will be at Stowe Circuit in 7 days' time.
Good stuff. So, like, this will be interesting because Stowe Circuit is a subsidiary of Silverstone. It's the
Yes, it
junior
is.
circuit. So that's where actual English Formula Ford would be racing. So I'm excited for that. It'll be. Hopefully, there won't be as carnage filled as this race because this was, like, honestly,
Wild.
yeah, absolutely wild. There will be, like, there's got to be a bunch of stuff happening with race control there, like, after this stream ends, but I suppose that's it then for today. This is where I gave my little bit of a post-race debrief, where I give you my account of the race. And actually, David, if you'd like to, what do you think of the race? Like,
To be fair, it slightly reminded me of Spa 2012. Full of crashes.
yeah, that's the best way to put it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the race start, absolute carnage.
It's not the worst race I've fully commentated, but it could have been better in some ways. But obviously, this race happened. Hard track, hard car.
Yeah, this is a very hard car to set up. This is our track to set up this car on.
It is.
It's very, very bumpy. Tons of elevation change and lots of bad camber in places. So it's like it goes against everything that the Formula Ford is to drive. So of course, it's a tough car to drive on this track, and that's why we saw the lead change hands so many times during this race. But that does not
Loads.
excuse a lot of the contact that went on there. And hopefully, I can only promise, like I promise you that we'll have a very good chance of better racing. That's what
Let's
I'll,
just hope the races go better from now on.
like they'll definitely can go nowhere but up in terms of the quality of the racing I suppose. But I suppose that's it for today. Lots of carnage, but lots of glory as well. That wasn't very good. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, if you're the kind of person that watches motorsport for the crashes, then this is this is probably one of the more exciting streams so far.
Yeah.
But for those interested in real racing, yeah, this was incredibly lacking. So, but if you enjoyed, please do.